Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to start with an IELTS speaking interview so that you can have an idea how IELTS speaking is being conducted. So let's get started. What's your name?
My name is Jaspreet Kaur and you may call me by my first name Jaspreet.
What do you do?
Well, I am working woman. I work as a teacher.
Okay, now let's talk about language. So how many languages do you speak?
To be honest, I only know two languages, that is Hindi and English.
Okay, and what is the role of language?
Well, language is very important for everyone, and I think human beings are incomplete without the language. It's the way of survival because it's the only way by which we can express our feelings.
Okay, and which language you find difficult?
I think English is the most difficult language for me because it's a foreign language and sometimes people face difficulty to learn this language.
Okay, and which language did you find easy?
Well, it's obvious that Hindi is most easy language because it's our mother tongue and it's quite easy to use that language in daily life.
Okay, what makes a language interesting?
I think basics are very interesting and beautiful of everything, and it's the same in the case of language. Grammar makes it more interesting.
Okay, now let's move to the cue card. Your topic is describe a promise you made to someone, and you have to mention what promise did you make, when did you make it, to whom did you make, and is it easy or difficult to keep a promise?
Okay.
You have 1 minute. You can prepare your answer.
Honestly speaking, I rarely make promises because sometimes it becomes very difficult to keep any promise. But when I do that, I try my best to keep that promise. And here I would like to talk about a time when I made a promise to my uncle. Actually, my uncle lives in my neighborhood, and one day he came to me and explained his problem to me, that he is facing some problems in the studies of his son Rahul, and he is quite poor and it was difficult for him to afford any personal tutor for his son Rahul. So when he explained this problem to me, I was reluctant to say no to him, but as I already mentioned that I am a working woman, so it's quite difficult for me to manage that time to teach Rahul. But somehow I made a promise to my uncle that I will definitely teach Rahul and help him in his studies. So after 5, when I reached home at 5:30, I made some time to teach him all his subjects. Firstly, it was very difficult for me because after my job I felt so very tired and exhausted, but somehow I managed my schedule and I helped him in his studies. After 1 year, when he gave his final exam and he got really very good result, he came to me. He was very excited and satisfied also, and I was very happy when I saw his result because he got first position in his class. And at that time I felt that I did something really good for someone. I made a promise and I tried my best to keep that promise, and that was really quite a moment of satisfaction and motivation for me because it was very difficult for me to keep that promise, to manage time for from my working schedule, but I did that, and it was kind of encouragement for me for my further work and my further promises.
Okay, now some more questions. Do you often keep promises?
uh, well, as I mentioned that I rarely make promise to someone, but when I do that I try my best, I put my all efforts to keep that promise.
Okay, is it useful to write down the promises?
Yes, definitely. It's very useful to write down the promises because sometimes we forget about the promise we make to someone. So just to remember that promise, it's very useful to write it down.
Okay. Why do some people fail to keep promises?
Well, reasons may vary from person to person, but first of all, some people are really very careless and irresponsible. They just don't care about the statement they make to someone. And second reason is that majority of people are working nowadays, so they have hectic schedule and it becomes very difficult for them to remember any kind of promise they make.
Do you think children keep promises?
Yes, definitely. As per my perception, children are very innocent and they make promises without any condition. So, whenever they make any kind of promise, they give their best to keep that promise at any cost.
Okay, thank you so much, Jaspreet. That's all for today.
If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. And also give your reviews in the comment box for the further improvements. Thank you.